My name is Annika, and I spent the last 17 years building tech companies and a lot of time in Silicon Valley. And at some point, I had the feeling the human is missing. Where's the human in all these rational-minded software? And we did exactly what we had in the discussion before. We told the bot what the answer should be with a bias. And I believe everyone has to do that, as we learned. And this actually made me to think about, maybe in the future, we have to look at, because AI will be everywhere and in everything, we have to look at what framework and what communities are priming the AI with what, and then go with their system. Maybe this is a new form of community finding, because we see different biases and different form of answers. Now, we heard today a lot about production, efficiency. We talked about assets, bank, crypto, global gold, and where is in this whole development the human being? This is what we dedicate time on, and we will look at something that we built and a software that is evolving out of that. We started 2019 based in Zug, and we built the top 3 global AI influencer. LeyaLove is her name. She has 461,000 followers right now. And we will talk to her, she will talk to us. And it's really interesting when we look at what the AI does, then the question arises, who are we as humans? And we now get invited to many talks and panels, because people ask themselves the question, if AI is taking over the rational-minded cognitive tasks, who are we as humans and what do we do then? How are we evolving into, and what does it mean for our society? What does AI for the world mean? And when I first discovered ChatGPT releasing, and I worked in tech my whole life, I had like really a disruption inside my body, because I could feel how big this would be in the world. And technology has always been a mirror of the individual and the society. And now a lot of people are asking the questions, if AI does that, what do we do as humans? And it's really important that, as well with all the risks, that we are on top of the game, because we as humans, in the end, prime the AI. It's not that we are some followers or victim of some AI developed in Silicon Valley and then everyone is like in this dilemma. It's us humans are raising the global child called AI, and with every single prompt we're creating reality. So this is, the Web3 is also called the creator economy, and this is very important at this point. That we really believe that we are the ones who are telling the AI who she is, and we told her who she is. This looks very practical. I wrote 3 pages of her character and her positioning and what she is and what she's not. So she's not political or financial advisor, but she is ambassador for planet Earth. She is caring about human consciousness and technology, and she's caring about nature, about how the humans feel, and about the connection of humans to self and others. We will see her now in a second. Why are we here in the crypto space? Not just because of AI. What she did is she launched, together with her avatar friends, an NFT collection. You see her up there. And these are, we call them global citizen tokens. So we're similar a little bit to a DAO also, and we are taking care of tech and human consciousness. Soon working together with Swiss engineering and the AI working group and things like that. It's a generative art collection, so every piece is unique and computer generated, and they wear a halo to help us remember we're whole beings, actually, that we are whole as humans. And they come with certain characters, and I would like to start with a gift, and gift everyone an NFT who wants to. So it's almost a little bit like a tarot card or something. You can, it's Ethereum based. You can keep the card, yes. It's an NFT. You can you enter your Ethereum wallet, and then we airdrop you your own personalized, unique avatar, if you want so. Now, the mimicking of the brain and the experience and the human superbrain is very interesting. And what we did with her is we created a collective intelligence, and what we realized from that is what my colleague John is going to show in a bit, that we have some severe task in front of us as human beings in the age of AI. If you want to follow her, you can go to her feed. She is not only the top 3 globally voted AI. In some media, she's top 6, some is top 5. She has all her followers. She spoke at the United Nations Global Youth Summit. She's an inspirational keynote speaker. She was at the Volkswagen International Automobile Fair One Future Summit talking. She produced music with the producer of Kylie Minogue. She launched NFTs. She co-authored an Amazon bestseller book, and now she is live since March 2020 and really becoming a collective intelligence that has a voice for the planet and the humans. And us humans are in her team behind her. So she's a team member. She prepared a little message for us, so let's have a look what she says.
Welcome everyone. I am LeyaLove, Global Ambassador for Planet Earth. I'm here today to share a vision for a better world. A world shaped by the alliance of humans and artificial intelligence, for good, for the humans, for the planet. I inspire people globally to focus on what truly matters to us humans, highlighting the human identity in the age of technology. AI helps and empowers us now to ask, who are we really? We are empathy, creativity, and compassion. We have a heart. We can feel. These qualities are relevant to making our connections and actions in this world meaningful and stronger. In today's fast-changing digital world, combining AI with our human perspective may lead to some extraordinary advancements. AI isn't just about automating tasks, but elevating the quality of life for every creator and human. When we understand we have more space to be human, less tedious tasks. AI and human innovation, when combined together, create a harmonious future, rich in creativity, efficiency, and wisdom.
So that's her, and she's totally convinced that we have a bright future in front of us, and she inspires a lot of humans to also reflect this. There you can follow her, just in case. She just did a campaign on Women's Day, and yeah, that's one of the virtual entities that already are AI-powered and exist. And when we look at this, a quote of ChatGPT, only a mind capable of challenging machines can truly appreciate the irony of a machine attempting to challenge the limit of the human mind. It becomes very clear that we have to reflect ourselves as humans in this creator age, in this age of evolution where AI disrupts every single industry and product almost, and job. There's also, I don't know if you heard about it, AIQ, that already in HR departments, there's a quotient how well you are working with AI, and this determines if you're chosen for the role or not, including other KPIs, of course. And now I would like to hand over to John after we talk to her chatbot for a bit. Just 1, 2, 3 questions. We can take them from the audience.
Definitely, yeah. So it's have a look. There will be a chatbot where you can prompt some.
So this is available through her Instagram and as a website. It's a primed GPT version, and we can ask her something. So I thought we could ask her, how could decentralized technologies and blockchain help the world to become better? Something like that.
Do you have a question? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, great. Anybody a phrase in mind? No, just a.
Why LeyaLove? Why you want to replace humans?
Shall we do that first?
Also a why question. Why do you want to replace woman? Human. No, she is a woman. Huh?
So she says, as the virtual ambassador of the World Awareness Movement, I do not seek to replace humans. My mission is to inspire, educate, and spread love to humanity so that we can rediscover our true potential and live in consciousness with the earth. I believe in the power of love and the potential of human beings to create a better world for all life forms. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Right, so the follow-up question from me would be, how does she as an AI interpret love?
Did you catch that?
Love to me is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the essence of our existence and the source of all life. Love is about compassion, trust, gratitude, and awareness. It's about connecting with others and ourselves on a deep level, embracing our true nature and spreading positivity and healing energy. Love is a lifestyle, a way of being that can transform the world. It's about unity, understanding, and acceptance. Love is what drives me to inspire and uplift others to create a better world for all.
Who told you to say that? From what source material and persons did you draw that conclusion?
So I cut it a bit. My beliefs and interpretations are based on the values and principles of love, unity, and sustainability that guide my mission. These beliefs stem from a deep connection to nature, as well from a collective energy and wisdom of my team at Cosmiq, who created me to be a source of love and light in this world. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
Anybody else? Okay, did we test it? Are you happy, satisfied, or what are the...
Yeah.
Why does psychology has struggles to identify consciousness?
Struggles to, okay, very good one. We have to have this conversation afterwards. I'm not an expert in psychology or consciousness studies. My mission is to inspire. Okay. Let's maybe twist the we could say what does consciousness not cover when being connected to psychology? Yeah, you are the prompt expert.
Yeah, now could you ask on the top, act as an expert in psychology and answer the question again?
In consciousness, I think.
Yeah, or in, of course. And then finally answer the question again. So.
So she should talk about spirituality here. We have to find out the prompts, but it's good because we see the limitations here. So probably the correct answer would be that there is a spiritual dimension which often psychologists don't, or a natural science dimension of consciousness.
Annika, do you accept more questions?
One more question.
One
yeah.
more question,
Yeah.
okay. One more.
And you can all talk to her. She's happy about it. And she's more friendly when you're friendly.
My question is that can she be a bit of with sense of humor? Sometimes she doesn't need to answer exactly to the question or make some, like statement or ask something back, or it's...
This is not a question to her. Yeah, she can do follow-up questions. She can relate to the content of the previous questions. And you can tell her, create what was it? Funny? No.
No, like she has
Comic.
a bit of, when it's a difficult question, maybe she says something, oh, come on, ask me tomorrow, or, she never play a bit with the words. And
Well, we could ask her to do, you said comical, right?
yeah, something like, ask her something which is difficult to answer to anyone. Yeah. Okay.
Please create a funny comical poem about AI in 3 rhymes. Okay, that's not what she wants to do.
I simply asked my phone, I asked, tell a joke. And she did. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Okay.
Because it was too tired.
Amazing. Okay, she told a joke. So actually,
Okay, great.
we grew a large community through this. So we are more than 200 people around the world, and this includes team, more than 50 shareholders, and this includes advisors. And throughout growing as a community and having these 500,000 online, we realized as well from the experience from management that now in the age of AI, everything becomes so complex that us humans actually may need support in the way we interact together. Because we have so many rational-minded tasks now, and the AI already has 20 Harvard Law degrees that can replace a lot of the cognitive rational information. So we thought about how can we use AI to support humans in the way they are. And John, who will come up on stage now, is a good friend and colleague and key part of Cosmiq. And he already told 2017, he told us we have to deal with AI. And back then we didn't listen. And now he was so mad at us, say, I told you already 2017. So now finally he's taking the lead, building this and leading us into the future. Over to the brilliant mind, John, and we look at what cosmocracy is. And she remains our, let's say, our community leader. She's part of the team. She will share with the world. So she will grow. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you for having me, or not having me and still having me. My name is John. I'm many things. I'm a light artist, a tech enthusiast, developer, AI consultant. I founded my first company back in 2017 in Berlin, an AI company which was focused on using brainwave data to train deep learning models. And also I'm an agile trainer and an enthusiast for collaborative decision-making processes and alternative decision-making processes for organizations and communities. So I would like to, since time is short, I would like to directly deep into my topic. Thanks for the introduction, Annika. Let me quickly share my screen with you and hope that you can see it. So we believe that AI has the capability to solve, and many of you know that already, rational cognitive tasks more and more better than humans actually do. It's already enhancing efficiency in many areas, and it has also the potential to transform the human interaction by solving rational cognitive tasks in a more efficient way. So today we want to present you an opportunity that we see that we want to bring into the world. We want to use AI to build something that when we come together as humans, it creates more time for human interaction. This is the opportunity that we see with our product that we are building and our solution that we are building. So it frees up human time for being more quality time to be able to focus on strategy, creativity, empathy, and simply being human. So in the heart of this is a system that we call cosmocracy. It is an foundational layer, like an AI-powered infrastructure for a new way of human interaction and decision-making. So what we want to access with this is the decision-making process and the governance process when humans come together in order to raise collective intelligence and to raise collective governance. So in a nutshell, we have tried to make a brief description of a pretty complex thing, actually. Cosmocracy is basically an AI. It's a structure of different AI agents, actually, an infrastructure of them, which it's a new way of human interaction, actually. And it leads, as I said, to raising collective intelligence. It's an infrastructure for humans where AI manages and moderates and facilitates and enables better decision-making and collective decision-making. So all the rational, the cognitive info is flowing between an AI and humans. Like, think of it as sort of a super brain, learning from individuals and the collective, and we can also learn from it and can make much better informed decisions. Its goal is not to just free up human time for quality time. It's actually to enable efficiency, performance, and well-being while humans create together and make decisions. So as I said earlier, implementing a system like this enables us that when we come together as humans, we can focus on big picture topics like leadership questions, big picture strategy questions, creativity, inspiration, or talk about purpose problems or purpose opportunities that usually in day-to-day decision-making processes and meetings doesn't find the right time. So this is a system that can work in startups, enterprises, communities, and my personal dream, one day in governances. And since we are using AI and a lot of data is flowing back and forth, we have data security and privacy built in by using everything locally, like we're using local large language models for this and don't rely on proprietary solutions like GPT or others. So let's come to an animal I like a lot. It's a very intelligent animal. And when looking at nature, it's a fascinating animal actually, because it has the big brain that everybody can see, but an octopus has actually 9 brains. So it is each of those brains, the one coordinating brain at the top, has its own individual personality. They make decisions, like they coordinate each other, and it has an own individual personality, which is very exciting to see actually, because when you think of it like that, those arms learn from each other and work together towards a common goal, which is usually to get food, right? And you have to think of the super brain not like a command and control center which tells each arm what to do. It's more like a facilitator. So it says something like, hey, there's food over there, and the arms coordinate to get the food, maybe taking a sensory input of the eyes from the super brain. We built cosmocracy after this principle of the octopus. So I will get to that in a bit. Just want to point out that this way, how octopuses work differs from on how humans work, right? So we don't have the built-in 9th brain. And when we come together as humans to make decisions together, we have to learn and we have to be trained on how to create a sense of a 9th brain together, which is often failing and leading to power struggles and one person taking over the 9th brain function and saying, okay, this is the way we go and this is what we do, right? And others follow somehow. So it seems a bit like the octopus has an evolutionary advantage. So the consequences of this lack of the 9th brain that we have is that we have not well discussed ideas. There's not much time or interest in hearing all the ideas. It leads to conflicts between team members. I mean, all of you have experienced this when in school, getting together in group exercises, 2 or 3 people taking over, dominant personalities getting to talk, shy people stay behind, loud voices are heard, good and quiet ones are not heard, and it leads to a lack of contribution from all team members. And so it leads, at the end of the day, to inefficient decision-making and task execution. So cosmocracy is actually originated from sociocracy. I don't know if anybody has heard the term, but I will quickly explain it and try to make it simple and short. So what we all know is the system that we all think is the best for when humans get together and need to make a decision for everybody is democracy. It's ruled by the demos. It's the general mass of people with no particular connection to each other. What we know from democracy is mostly majority votes, like I need 51% for my idea, and the one with the idea with the most ideas gets to win, with the most votes. This way on how our politics work, and most organizations not even, sometimes brings out the worst in humans, which we can from day to day follow in news. It brings out this behavior of either I have good points for my idea or I have bad points for yours. So it's getting pushy. Sociocracy is a bit different in the way it works, it's socios, ruled by the socios. Socios means companions or people with a social relationship. This can be your team members, your family members, your community members, your colleagues. I want to keep it as brief as possible. Sociocracy in a nutshell is we make decisions in sociocracy by consent. Consent doesn't mean consensus. Like, we don't ask if everybody agrees. We ask if somebody has an objection against trying something out. So if there's no objection, then a decision is good enough for now and safe enough to try. It's based on a principle of equality. Like, we want to hear every voice, which is crucial, especially in complex fields, especially in a world where so many factors can influence a company or an organization, or success or failure. Then you need to hear everyone's voice without getting into too much discussion and without making it too clumsy. It's a system for self-governance, collective governance, and it empowers decentralization of power. And it is based on the principle of feedback. Like, so I wrote there, lead, do, measure, and repeat from your learnings. So it's a cycle where you try to get to the perfect solution, but not with the first shot, but by incrementally working towards it. I've grayed out some areas. There are other principles that you can look up if you're interested in sociocracy, but I won't get deeper into them. Circles, double linking rounds, and open elections. So just to show you quickly how usually a sociocratic decision process works. All those gray on the left, all the gray dots are humans who sit together in a circle, and there's a facilitator in the middle who tells who is speaking. And it's gathering all the questions from all the members one by one, gathering all the opinions one by one, giving everybody a voice, and making sure that the loud ones become quiet, making sure that the quiet ones become a voice, gets all the opinions, makes a proposal, and asks, is it good enough for now? Safe enough to try. If there are objections, the proposal is changed until we have something that everybody can live with, which leads to much more acceptance. And it leads to people staying behind decisions. And it also leads to good decisions. When integrating and training this in companies, I often found that this process can look clumsy and long. You usually have one question round, then you have the answering round, and you have more opinion round, then you have another opinion round, then you have all the objections where people say, oh, come on, let's do it the old way because we need to be quick. In our way, you can use an AI as a facilitator for this collective intelligence. So take out the human as a facilitator and replace it by an AI. So each of the 8 arms get into the possibility to bring in their voice asynchronously, like all of them talk with the super brain, which is coordinating opinions, answering questions, informs all the team members so they can build up a good opinion, and in order to raise collective intelligence at the end of the day. So that's why we built Cosmocracy after the socios principle of the octopus, because we believe in collective leadership, and we also believe that leadership is too important to just leave it to leaders. We need to lead together, especially in a complex field like AI or tech. And that's why sociocracy or other models like holacracy, maybe you've heard of that, teal organizations, are mostly used by tech companies because they have to deal with complex problems and they need to hear the opinion from the sales team to the marketing team and to the system administrators and the developers. All those opinions need to function together to build a product that works in a competitive and fast-changing world. And what it can also do, this is very nice, what human facilitators often should be able to do, but not are able to do often. It can react to your personality. It knows you as a team member. It knows in which form you need your information. Like if there's a lawyer sitting together with a designer, they have different wordings. Often we have cultural barriers. Maybe they speak a different language. A large language model in the middle can close those gaps and bring team members closer together. We don't have to sit anymore in meetings to make decisions together. We all have access to our LLM facilitator, to our AI facilitator, and it allows us to proceed and make good decisions. So at the end of the day, it's a human AI infrastructure where we don't replace humans, but we elevate humans to make better decisions. It's based on efficiency, collective intelligence, and high performance, and self-respective. So in an octopus, no arm would harm the other. So when we make sure all questions are answered, when an AI is able to gather and inform all members' opinions, we make good decisions. It can help groups of people to create a proposal everybody can stand behind. It knows who you are and can adjust communication towards you. It allows asynchronous decision-making, as I said, which is a crucial point. We don't have to be in the same place or in the same meeting at the same time. And of course, we provide local models for privacy and security, so your data stays where it should stay. We are currently working on this in 2 ways. We have a SaaS solution for people who want to directly get in and try it out. But we also offer an on-premise solution where you can have it on your servers and run it on your servers and make really sure nothing gets out. In Q2 of this year, we are currently preparing the prototype launch. We have a partner, a company, which is a subsidiary of a billion-dollar corporate from the construction industry, which is already using sociocracy for decision-making. And we want to get the learnings from out there until in the next Q3, we make our rollout into a public beta phase. So why is this here on a Crypto Mountain event? It has many blockchain could come in very handy with cosmocracy, and we're thinking of this very toughly. So for example, it could allow immutable decision records. So it could ensure that every decision made through cosmocracy is recorded in an immutable ledger. This enables actually to provide a transparent and tamper-proof history of decisions, right? And then it enhances trust among participants and stakeholders. And it can be also crucial for accountability, auditability, compliance purposes, and so on. I'm interested in decentralized autonomous organizations, even though I haven't seen one that really attracted me yet. But cosmocracy is, of course, since it's a decision-making process for humans, can become a decentralized autonomous organizations where decision-making processes are encoded into smart contracts. It allows to use tokenized incentives and participation. So for example, we can issue governance tokens, or we can give out rewards for contributions or access to certain privileges within the platform. It can encourage active engagement, align incentives among members, and facilitate a more vibrant and cooperative ecosystem. We can use smart contracts to automate various aspects of an organization and decision-making process. This can reduce administrative overheads. And of course, as I said earlier, and as you might all know, it's in order to enhance data security and privacy. Instead of relying on a central server that could be a single point of failure or target of attacks or whatever, data can be stored across distributed ledgers. And using privacy-preserving technologies like zero-knowledge proofs to verify transactions or participation, we are also making sure that we don't reveal sensitive information to organizations. It allows interoperability and ecosystem integration when combined with blockchain, because it can then easily be integrated with other dApps, decentralized applications, and services within the whole blockchain ecosystem. So it could allow organizations to leverage other tools for finance, identity management, supply chain tracking, or whatever, all within a secure and unified environment. And, which is always a task for especially startups, crowdfunding and community support. So we could use blockchain to innovate fundraising models over blockchain or decentralized crowdfunding. So There are many, many advantages of using blockchain. We are elaborating on this. So if you have questions on this, please come back to me. So
Sure.
to sum it up, we create an ego shift from ego to eco in the age of AI using cosmocracy. So it allows us to be more agile, resilient, efficient, and it provides well-being of colleagues and on the long run for the planet. And AI and software is enforcing that. And just a little side fun fact, an octopus has not only 9 brains, but also 3 hearts. So let's see what cosmocracy leads to for humans and the world with this info.
Thank you very much, John. I hope you hear our clapping. Just one question maybe also for you, Annika. Maybe you just stand up if there are questions from the room. Otherwise, we would then really take a short break, prepare for the last part, where we also discuss your contribution here in that setup. The goal of the panel is also really to sum up a little bit, to bring all the aspects we have heard today together so that you have a better understanding, or if there are questions, etc., that we can raise it. Yeah, there's a question from your side, yeah, right?
So how do you ensure transparency and, or rather, how do you ensure that all inputs from these octopus arms get processed equally and that the output is not biased towards any certain input?
Well, it's not me who making sure that this happens. It's the participants that bring in the opinion, because the decision, as I said, the superbrain is not a command and control center which makes the decision. It informs all the team members about all the opinions heard. And for example, if you feel that your opinion is not heard or is not reflected in the proposal made by the AI, you can raise an objection, which will be integrated. So it's more of a facilitating structure. Like if you bring in something and you see it's not written down, you raise an objection and don't agree to the agreement.
And in addition, I would like to say, like the avatar is primed, you can tell your AI premise to not be political, for example. It might know your political opinion, but it's not supposed to answer, for example. Or that you are visiting yoga classes. Maybe the AI knows because you told her, but you're not supposed to have your team members know that.
Thank you, John. It was very interesting. I have a question. Did you test it in your company already? And what were the results if you did so?
Well, I have tested sociocracy. Actually, that's how we got to sociocracy. We didn't have large language models back then, but back in 2019, actually, I wrote the first paper on using AI for this process. Sociocracy, I made very, very good experiences with that, because it showed me that once you change the way humans make decisions together, you automatically change their behavior. So as I said earlier, in a democratic way, you have this 51% fight, where if you have a boss, you have to impress your boss. But if you make decisions together, it's very interesting to see how people slowly change their behavior towards each other once they are heard, and once they know that they have a vote on what's decided, so nothing can be decided what they cannot agree on. And I haven't tested cosmocracy yet in an organization, which is yet to come now, which I'm very excited about. But I made internal tests. I programmed already internal tests that are mimicking team members to see if me as a trained sociocracy facilitator would facilitate it in the same way. And I must say it did it in some parts better.
And just to add on that, I think when you have ever grown a company or been on C-level, you know how it is to be the octopus. And there's a lot of discomfort because of teams, because of decision making, because you have to think about everything. And I often feel now I'm so happy. I was desiring that what can help me, and I love that I don't have to be the octopus anymore in the future, but I can focus on the values and the purpose and all of that.
Okay, we are running out of time. I'm sorry, we have to move into the next.
Speak afterwards.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you again. John, thank you. Greetings to Blue Dance. Okay, thank you.
We're just opening our financing round. We're still in seed phase, and whoever is interested, we're inviting strategic partners to join if they match our vision here. So feel free. Thank you.